Press record. Alright. This is the live stream. It's not going to be a long one. Let's just make sure that I've got FIFA 19 selected so I can move around with my controller. I have just under 30 minutes until I have to go to work. I'll try and push this as long as possible. So we're on the 1st of July 2020. I have been doing some serious work editing this save. And it's almost to the point where we can just carry on with the season, which is fantastic because there was a lot of work to do right at the start, especially figuring out how to upgrade the stadium. But I have now, and that means that we actually have a use for all this money, and therefore I don't need to make silly rules on just making the players that I want to sign excessively expensive. They can actually come to us with a price tag that is reasonable. So I really want to sign Tobias Lee and Zachariah Yoda. We've also found this guy on the free agents. Now I'm just gonna call him Pavel for now because I'm not going to attempt the surname. I want you guys in the comment section to help me out there. But he is a winger. He is 80 overall, and I've decided we're only gonna like sign one player from the free agents each season, if that, because the free agents list is so overpowered compared to the normal game. Reason for this is because we've obviously randomised the potential of these players. Thank you for following. That should have come up as a sound. Did that come up as a sound? Hopefully that came up as a sound. If it didn't, then I do apologise. It should have come up as a sound. Tell me if that follow sound came up. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, because normal FIFA, the clubs usually release like the really terrible players. Obviously, some like quality players get onto the free agents list eventually, but this guy at the start might have been a really terrible player, but randomly got a ridiculous potential. I think it was like 95. And so he spawned into the game at 80 overall. I don't think I'm going to play him as a winger, though, because I'm kind of happy with my wingers. Obviously, he's a choice. He's an option to play there. He's going to be super overpowered in League One. But I think just because of the Polish link, the 5-star skill moves, the 6'1" height, he could do a right job going forward. Like, just up front, a Robert Lewandowski for Macclesfield. Of course, like, Morgan Collins, we've lost Morgan Collins now, stuck him back in centre mid. So, I just feel it. And then, this guy, he made waves on Twitter when I announced him. Basically, he started off as a Swedish player, Easy Ramizi, and I did say right at the start of the year that, what was it? We do not want another overpowered Swedish striker, basically Zlatan Ibrahimovic's regen. Now, I don't know if Zlatan has retired, but if he did retire, then he didn't get a good potential. But some other Swedish striker did, and I was like, I'm not having that. So I thought to myself, what can we do to make this guy interesting? And we called him Easy Ramizi. He's like the son of Jacopo Ramizi from the first series of Youth Squad Legends, Chesterfield. It's like a throwback to an old series. Might trying to entice you, even though like my commentary is absolutely appalling. It's not very good now, but my commentary was absolutely appalling in season 1. But you might want to watch it just to see how his father went on in Youth Squad Legends. He was a fantastic footballer, and he's not coming in to spoil the party because I've manufactured this player. I don't want to bring him into the team and then all of a sudden push out like someone like Gadol Tonari. I don't want that to happen. But I thought to myself, it would be nice if we had that as a side quest. When he does sign for a team eventually, and I don't think it will be that long, his valuation will rocket and we won't be able to afford him. But one day we might be able to afford him. And that could be like a secondary goal for this series, to try and get Easy Ramezi to sign for Macclesfield. Just... Oh, yes, the music. I can hear that. I can choose that. I don't... Yeah, okay, fair play. Fair play. People are following, and the music is happening, so that's excellent. I hope you... Can you hear it well, or is it, like, really quiet, that music? Let's have a look. Anyway, right. I don't know why I'm looking at that. We have literally no time to get on with this. Yeah, right. So we're in. So they're the four that I wanted to talk about. Easy Ramezi is just an interesting side project for the save. And if we continue on the PC version of the game in years to come, then it won't be the first son. Just like an experiment within a save, just to see what Easy Ramezi's career is like before we try and snap him up. Okay, so they're the ideas. I also have just touched upon the fact that we can upgrade the stadium, which means that this transfer budget, even though it looks hefty, I've got to allocate some to the upgrade of the stadium, and I don't know how much I would say is a realistic upgrade to the stadium, or how much you would have to put towards upgrading your stadium seriously. So it made it look like a different stadium. I would suggest that it would cost millions and millions and millions of pounds that we don't have. So maybe that's out of our reach this season. But it's definitely something that I need to look at. And definitely something that I need to start putting rules down for before we jump in the deep end. Oh yeah, another thing. Zachariah Yoda and Tobias Leahy, they have both got like ridiculous potentials. But because we've touched upon them and because we want to sign them, I felt like it was a bit wrong for me to then up their overall to the point where we would completely be priced out of trying to sign them. Like, we would never be able to get Tobias Leahy, Zachariah Yoda if they were at a proper overall in comparison to their potential at that age. And that'd be wrong because we've hyped them up a little bit and I want them to come into the team. But first off, we might as well go for the easiest one of the lot. It's a Lewandowski kind of player for us. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this guy. Obviously, he's crazy. And that's why I've limited myself to one free agent player every year, because he is not the only one in that free agents list. Once this preseason live stream is done, I'm going to shortlist all the high potential free agents that are simply going to find clubs. They're going to find clubs like very, very quickly. But me shortlisting them will make them find clubs 100% guaranteed, basically. Or even quicker. Let's try and get him on a 5-year contract. He only wants a 1. That's not surprising. Let's push for 2. Now, these negotiations are absolutely diabolical. And I mean, look at that. For an 80 overall to only ask for £5.3 thousand. Now, I know he's a free agent and that, but that's kind of twisted. EA, what's going on? So we'll accept that. It's just printing money, isn't it? It's genuinely just printing money. There's one more thing, like, I don't want to go overzealous with the free agents, so that's why I've only limited myself to 1. I don't want to, like, ruin the team. Zachariah Yoda, let's... Ooh. You know what I should have done? I should have opened the cheat engine to have a look at his valuation and that. But I think he's about 60 something. We might be able to snap these up in probably about 1.5 for both. So we might have a little bit of money to play with afterwards. Let's try Tobias Lee first, because I know his overall's around 62. So he's got a high potential. His valuation's going to be higher because of that. Can't offer a player swap. In fact, might be an idea to offer a player swap, because we have got a few players that I just want to leave the club. It might take the valuation a little bit down. Let's see. Let's start with... what are the players that I want to get rid of? I think Keith Brennan, his time is up. Tom Watson. And Max Moore is a high overall player, and it's obviously a straight swapping position. So that could work out. And £847,600. We'll accept that. So that is Leahy moving closer to the club. We got Zachariah Yoda now to try and get. And I will be offering like for like here. Keith Brennan going the other way. But will we be able to get him in? I'm just offering a transfer fee. Strikers, midfielders go down. Should we try Tom Watson first? Because that might... That's perfect. That really is perfect. I thought he was going to be a lot more expensive due to his potential being higher. Well, that's fine. And Keith Brennan, if we can't find a new club for Keith Brennan, we can easily release him. We probably can release him a lot cheaper than the ones that we're swapping out for. What are you guys doing? Hashtag Cutzy doesn't read chat. What's going? What are we going? What's happening? I'm trying to do the chat's on this side. This is on this side. I can't do both. Read that. What? Deco out. What am I reading? What am I reading, guys? 50% of your budget for a 25% increase in stadium capacity. I don't know the capacity of the stadiums, by the way, guys. I think for us to... Right, okay. So you remember when we did Crew Alexandra? They had like that... A stadium similar to ours, but one of the sides was like a grandstand. It was 2 tiers. Very similar to the stadium that they've got in real life. Now, I think if we went that way, it probably cost about 5 million. It also probably cost about 5 million to redevelop the stadium to modernise it, which would be a similar ground to what the MK Dons have in this game. So I think either which way, you're probably looking at about a £5 million offset, which we don't have at the moment. And to be honest, right now, I'd rather improve the team that we've got. My emails are coming up. Oh boy! Well, I thought I turned that off. God damn! What the actual fucking... What's going on? What's going on? I don't know what it is. I don't know which one it is. So we got Yoda and we got Leahy. But before we go and negotiate them, I'm going to do something very clever and save the game up. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save the game up. And yes, that is correct. I was editing till 16 minutes past 7 in the morning. I pulled an all-nighter to get all the stuff done. Yeah, it wasn't that great. Zachariah Yoda. We've saved it up now so we can negotiate this and hopefully get a good deal. And if he walks away, we can just reload the save. Because don't want that to happen. Crucial first team role. Good. Contract length of a year. Let's go to 2. Disregard. And play with the wages. I'm going to say about 3,000. Maximus Durante is on 3,000. He's the highest earner at the club. That's fair. I'm alright with that. I'm alright with paying £3,000 for both these players because I think they will make a significant amount of difference. And if they don't, we can still get them off the team quite easily. I'm pretty sure many clubs would be alright with paying that much. It's also crucial for Leahy. There it is. Contract length, I'm just going to try 5 years again. Wants 3, can push for 4. Mod Ruddock. Oh, he doesn't want a single penny. All right, I'll mod Ruddock. I will. Wait. Mod. Boom. Love that. Well done, Ruddock. Hopefully, better at catching the no goody two shoes guys in the chat than you are catching footballs in a Kinde surprise. So there's Tobias Leahy signing up and Yoda also coming in. We've only got the picture of Leahy with the shirt. So that's drastically changed everything. So Yoda at the moment is a 61. Let's have a look at his attributes. Very well rounded. He could easily go into the centre of midfield. Oh, we've got new traits on the players. New traits, yay! So we've got swerved pass on Joseph Brady, skilled dribbling on Morgan Collins. And let's try and find some others. Maximus Durante has leadership now, so congratulations to him. Perry NG's only that. Maximilian Jackson, only the giant throw-in. I know that Robertson has a GK long throw now. So that's great. Let's go down. Actually, Jankovic has got one now. Power header for Jankovic. He scored a very good corner kick routine in the last season. He went up well. And deservedly gets the power header trait. Alexander Mitov still has leadership. Wasim El-Saad now has flair. Rossi, I need to pull back. He's back to his 64 rating, by the way, so congratulations to Rossi. There's Pavel with his 80 overall. Budiaf, who I think is transfer listed, yeah. Mateus Rybar. Actually, does this guy, even though he's 80 overall... Oh, look at the stats on him. Even though he's 80 overall, he's not exactly... Oh, sorry, he's not got any traits. Blisker only has early crosser. Tonari only has finesse shot. We got Madani Ahmad, who's been given skilled dribbling. Zenberg's has now got outside of the foot. And that is your lot. So they're the trait changes. We've also changed the heights of the players very, very slightly because they're obviously young. Some of them they've changed. So I think Capuo went up a tiny bit from 6 foot to 6'1". There's very small changes. Charles Price, I talked about it in the season review. He was 6'6", now he's 6'7". Yeah, I can't remember. I think Ahmad's gone up, maybe. I think he might have been 6'1", now 6'2". Shall we do the pre-season tournament? Now, unfortunately, with time constraints, looks like we're not going to be able to play any of these. But we can get a little taster of how good this team is. Let's accept and hopefully win some prize money along the way. Now, what kind of idiot would I be to choose the 2-star with the less prize money? We're going to Denmark to go and play in the European Invitational or International Cup. There it is. There it is. Let's change this squad about a bit. So what I'm thinking Obviously, Akinde's been on the bench, and he's Akinde, so he should not be on the bench. We'll stick wherever he is. That dude up front. He gives you a bit of a taster. You know what? You got to just hang on for the next proper episode of Youth Squad Legends to actually see how good this guy is. We got Leahy. Watch him be absolutely terrible. If he's absolutely terrible, I'm going to cry. So now it's trying to fit all the pieces. See, Olsen, I really liked playing against Olsen. He seemed pretty solid, so he needs to get some time this year. It's a tough one, isn't it? But we've stacked out the midfield now. There's got to be some kind of good formula there. There will be 4 players that stand out. And if Mitov is not one of them, then he has a place down here anyway. He has a place as a centre-back. So that's fine. Alright. Let's save them changes. So that's how I'm going to go into the new season. Like, God, that was dead quick, wasn't it? We've got our signings all done. Mitov out for Yoda. Not yet. Accrington Stanley showing an interest in taking Ponce out on a 1-year loan. You know what I'm going to accept again? I'm going to accept again. He didn't have the good luck that I wanted him to have. Oh, I've got a transfer budget increase. What? Oh, no, I don't. They are putting my hopes up for nothing. I can't believe it. Oh, you cheeky. That's cheeky. You've got a transfer budget increase, but you've already spent it, mate. You've already spent it. Oh, thanks there. Like I always do, Yoda will get a chance. All the midfielders will get a chance. And I'll finally find a formula. But right now, it's more to just... Oh, you know what? I almost forgot. And I'm sure you guys are telling me in the chat right now. That's transfer list. That'll make him accept. How is he 80? I know he's just mad, isn't he? So if Ponce is loaned out again. He didn't have the best of luck last year. I think he started as a 52 and only went up to a 55. If you know the loan rules, that is not a very good growth at all. We've lost 1-0 in both these games, so we're basically out of this tournament already. So it's all about just seeing what transfers we can get done in the time. We did win against Hobro though. That was a nice victory. So at least we didn't end up completely pointless. Let's have a look at this inbox. We got a loan offer for Morgan Collins that I think I'm going to reject. He's definitely got something going for him. I've turned him back into a centre mid, of course. We've talked about this in the last proper episode, and he's up to a 61, so he's the same overall as Wasim Al-Saad. Obviously, he offers something very different as a player to Wasim Al-Saad. And that's it. This is the Victor Mathis. I think that would actually hinder his progression as a player, you know. If we loaned him out, because he's playing so well for us. Every time he's on the field, he's upgraded because he's playing way better than what he should be. He's now a 50. Let's just point out that this guy was a goalkeeper at the start, and I think he started out as like 22 overall. So I'm going to reject. He could easily make 60 this year, which would be madness. An absolute turn of fortune for the lad. Transfer off for Tenari, absolutely no way. I do have the players that I want to get rid of on the transfer list. Just point out someone that I'm not really fond of. Jack Mitchell, he's transfer listed, but let's be honest here, he's not going to get picked up by anybody. Someone more probable is... You know what? That might be the reason why. Right, okay, that's fine. Hello, what's this? We got a domestic competition 2-match ban on Gadel Tenari. Sorry? Sorry? Help? What? What? Why have you done this? Has he been slapping his leg too much? Like, is it violent conduct? Just red card. What is going on there? He just got a red card in the International Cup and now he's banned for domestic competitions because that works out. EA, what are you doing? So where with... Oh, God! Where without Tenari for the start of the season? It all... Oh. That's no good, is it? That's really no good. Loan offer for Yesimov. That might be an idea. Serik Yesimov going out. I'm going to accept that, you know. That might be a very good deal on the table for us. Add to transfer list. Because I don't think Serik Yesimov will grow that much. Loan offer for Bliska I'm going to reject straight off. Ian Robertson, completely reject. I'm already running out of time, boys. That's how fine I've had to cut it. And I really do apologise, but I woke up. I got everything sorted for Twitch because we haven't done anything for Twitch. Oh my God. League One starts on the 1st of August? My goodness. Right, okay. That's it then. Wow. Yeah, so I woke up, I got everything sorted for Twitch because we haven't streamed for long, and of course I've got affiliate now. I've not made a song and dance about it because it's not massive. I really wanted to get Twitch partnership, if I'm honest. But affiliate will have to do, and I'm surprised that partnership doesn't have that many emotes, but I'm only doing it for the emotes. I really don't care for the money. Yesimov loaned out to CD O'Higgins. I apologise for anybody that wanted to see any more of Yesimov, but I think due to his current growth pattern, he's growing quite nicely, but in fact, he probably will benefit from a loan spell out of the club. Have we got time to flip the coin a couple of occasions? In fact, 3 occasions. Okay, Google, flip a coin.
Sure.
You might not be able to hear it.
You got heads.
So that's heads. Okay, Google, flip another coin.
Okay. You got heads.
Okay, that's another heads. Placido Ojeda is going up. And I think he gets recalled in January, and I think I'm going to keep him out on loan. Okay, Google, flip another coin.
Sure.
Spud changed. It's not good.
Tails for Isidoro Ponce. So that's the first month of loans done. Yesimov obviously loaned out this month, so I can't do it to him. And Ross is back. Ross is back in the first team, and he'll start with a 65 overall instead of a 64. So that little trick to keep him out on loan for another month worked out a treat. That's it. That's it for the pre-season tournament. I really do apologise that it has been so quick and so rushed. But it's sadly that way. With the amount of editing that I have to do on the save, the time, it just swallows time up whole. Anyway, I really do apologise. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you like the new signings that I've done. And it won't be long now until we get the edited episodes out. I'm going to be totally late for work. I'll see you later. Much love. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for trying to shout at me. I'm sorry if I ignored you. See you in a bit.